Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. So, I was doing some work in the good old farming area, one of my favorite places in this world, I think, just because I think it's really pretty and nice. And so, a lot of what I did today was just kind of tidy things up, if that makes any sense, and do quite a bit of little projects, but I think you'll notice a bit of a difference. Maybe not right in this area, but I added and took away some trees, so I made them kind of match a little bit more. Got this nice little cherry tree here. It's really pretty. I think I took out quite a few of those while I was making these cliffs. Yeah, I think that's what I did. So I put a spruce tree here. Then if we go all the way around here, back here is quite a bit different because, yeah, it was just that ugly dirt beehive looking thing, bee farm. If I could get up there. But now I planted some trees, and so this area looks nice again. So it's a little bit more forested right in front of the cliffs here. A villager, another villager, and another villager. So we'll get to that here in a second why those guys are running around. But yeah, I added these trees in here just as kind of like a little bit of a forest cover. And I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty natural considering most of the area over here is just farmland, so we don't have much forest cover. So that was one of the things that I did. Looks pretty good. Another thing that I did was get rid of this nasty iron farm over here. So this iron farm, it used to work like a long time ago. It used to be right here. And if you remember, I like surrounded it in bushes to make it look somewhat like a farm if you're just walking along here. But it was ugly and didn't work, and so I took it out and I replaced it with this little farm right here. So nothing too special, just yeah, just a little fill-in farm. And also there was like a little path in the sunflowers to go underneath the farm. And so if you're wondering where all those villagers came from, that is where they're from down there in the Iron Golem farm. So some of them are over there. I don't know why a lot of them gravitate towards the sheep farm. There's quite a bit of them over, yeah, there they are. They're sitting over there. I think maybe that's because there's beds over there, or possibly just the crates. They're just, working there on their crates. And so, these guys will be running around in the city, and I plan on adding a lot more just running around in the town here. And so I'll be naming them some of the names that are actually the characters in the village. So that'll be cool having those run around. Hopefully they don't all die and despawn or despawn or turn into zombies. That would be a real shame. I think that's what happened last time. But also something that really took me a long time was among those other changes, I also added in another cliff up here. And so this will be the last cliff in this area. So I talked about it in the last episode, how I didn't like the areas that had like 3 or 4 dirt stacked up, like up on top of each other. And I wanted to turn those areas into these cliffs over here. So that was what we worked on in the last episode. And then this is what I did in this one. And so it looks pretty good. It just kind of fills in, makes the area look a little bit more seamless. But the area from up above here, it really is looking nice. So this whole kind of ridge line on this trail, it is nice. I really love it. This cliff it just seamlessly fits in, and we have this cliff over here too. So just quite a lot of cliffs on this side. Got cliffs over there, but that's about it for cliffs. I don't imagine there'll be hardly any more. Maybe on that other side there'll be another one that I fit in there, but not really too many more after that. But let's climb up here and see if we can get a good look at the farm, because this area is pretty well completed. Of course, no area is fully completed in this world. Like I said, this world will be going on forever, so there's always going to be things I add. Obviously, there's going to be a lot to be added up on this like ridge line here, but the actual farming area down there, it does look complete, and I must say, I really love it. I really do love it. I got all the different farms in there, and it looks really good. Looks very natural, I guess, if that would make sense. As much natural as you could make things look in Minecraft. Sorry, you gotta look over the other side here. Look at all this vast land. that's going to be another project, which is finishing these mountains and putting that giant cave city under there, underground city. That's going to be super fun when we get to that. And that will have a lot to do with kind of the red flag and the lore with them. Of course, if you mention lore, you have to mention red flag in the same sentence, because that's quite a big factor in the lore around in this area. And speaking of lore, let's go ahead and get into today's lore reading, and then after that, I'm going to show you all maybe some other projects we've got working on here soon. All right, here we go. The military force returned to Catalogero with haste after the discovery. In their place, a select red flag team was sent out to recover samples of the meteor. While out there, they realized they could not risk further contamination from this object, so the red flags set up a research base to study the meteor site. Many tests and trials were held there, off the record, of course. Rumors told that many of the scientists who left for the research outpost never returned, and those who did swore to secrecy. No news came out of the facility unless it was good news. This was custom among most red flag operations. Finally, on January 9th, 5095, just a few months after the meteor discovery, it was determined the hunch was correct, that the meteor did contain biological material that causes zombification. How did they find this out? We may never know. Sadly, during this time, King Hankness passed away from natural causes due to old age. King Oscar Torque, later nicknamed the Scary, was was elected to fill his place. King Torque would now be left with the tumultuous state of Catalogero, but not only that, a decision to be made with the recent red flag discovery. Okay, so yeah, sad news there. King Hankness died. Of course, if you go back quite a few episodes, I don't remember. It was like the second episode that I started doing lore. We talked about the lineage of all the kings up until current date. So obviously there's like 10 kings. We're like way back there in time talking about these early days. But yeah, King Hankness died and King Torque the Scary took his place. And so a lot of lore left to be done in this world, but we gotta cover the old stuff to make sense of all this new stuff. But yeah, in the next episode, we're not gonna be working on. I don't know why I say we're. Yeah, I guess you're along for the journey, but I'm not gonna be working in the farming area. I'm not exactly sure what area I'm going to be working on exactly. Maybe we'll finish up the top of the library. That would be pretty cool. Or maybe I'll start a entirely new project. I haven't done that for a little while. A couple different things that I could do. But if there's something that you want me to work on, leave it down in the comments. Of course, I pre-record a couple of these episodes, so it might not be this episode. It might be the next one that start working on the project. But I'd like to know what you guys think would be cool to add into this world, because I want this to be interactive and involve you all, because there's a lot of cool stuff and fun stuff fun ideas that you all have. And so I definitely appreciate when you guys do add those in. And I apologize if I don't get to them right away, but I think pretty much all the ideas are good ideas. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you all in the next one.